Hello everyone, this is Christine DeGramont, and I am here to tell you about our 30-day challenge to help you have the most joyful, stress-free, gratitude-filled holiday season you have ever had and be extremely productive. I didn't make this up. This is something I have learned from Deb Erickson. You can look it up on deberickson.com. And of course, I just added a little bit of my own Christine creative flair to make it a little fun. So let's get started. So here are the 5 keys. Key number 1 has to do with your subconscious mind. As a reminder, I just want to tell you that the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between fact and perceived fact or perceived reality. Take example of when you went to a movie the last time and you cried. Okay, that's not really happening to you. You're viewing it from a movie, but you are feeling it as if it were real. Therefore, you are reacting to it with those sorts of feelings. Same things happen when we just sit in a certain feeling of gratitude. When we are grateful for the things we already have, we feel this appreciation and gratitude. And it's easy because we have it. Well, the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between reality and perceived reality. So wouldn't it make sense that if we could visualize and picture what we want, our subconscious mind would then go ahead and react in the same way of having those feelings of appreciation and gratitude. The first feeling you get is relief. Take, for example, let's say you have a big sales goal and you're waiting for that big deal to close, and all of a sudden it closes. The first feeling you get is relief, right? Then the second feeling you get is doneness, like it's done. And elation and empowerment, and you feel powerful and you feel maybe like you could do anything. Same thing happens when we visualize that same process with something we want to have happen. Our mind doesn't know the difference between fact and perceived reality. That is a scientific fact with the subconscious mind. So, we are going to use gratitude to help us get into the feeling that feeling of relief and doneness and knowingness. So, step 1 is understanding that what's happening with the subconscious mind when we sit in gratitude of what we have and then transfer that into what we want. All right? The second key to why gratitude is so powerful and why this power of 3 is going to change everything for you is the brain receives this I have message, whether it's what you already have or what you want to have. When the brain receives this message, it changes how your brain filters things. For example, it's called the reticular activating system. We all have it in our brain, and it filters what we see. For example, when you buy a new car and it's red, all of a sudden you see the same red car driving everywhere. Well, how is that? Did anything change? No. The only thing that changed was your reticular activating system and how your brain is filtering information. It's focused on your new car, therefore it's matching up all the new cars that look similar to yours. That's how our brain works. So therefore, whatever you put attention on, you will get more of. If you are talking about how you constantly don't have time, you're constantly going to be in that state of not having enough time. If you say thank you and be an appreciation of having more than enough time, your brain is going to filter those things out and it's going to help you make better decisions. It is going to figure things out for you quicker and you're going to have more than enough time. Again, this is your brain. I didn't make this stuff up, okay? So gratitude is the key. The third thing, the third key to why gratitude is so powerful is after your brain has received this I have message, again, for what is right now and what you want to have happen, your brain is receiving those messages. Then what happens is the feeling of gratitude is there, and then this changes your energy, or as Deb likes to call it, your E-card. And when you walk into the room, people can sense you. Have you ever met a person who has just this awesome energy and people are just drawn to her or him? That is their energy card. And then on the flip side, there's people in a room that, no one goes over to see. So what kind of energy are you giving out? Do people want to be with you or do they run from you? it has to do with your energy and what you are giving out into the world. So this being in a state of gratitude will help you be in a better place and more calm and more inviting and more magnetic. So it changes your e-card and how you interact with people. And you will be magnetic to the things you want, not to the things you do not want. Okay? Again, gratitude is the key. So the fourth key is when your brain receives this I have message, again, whether it's I have now or I have what I want in the future, I'm getting what I want, I have it now, it's perceived as real, you're feeling it as real. What happens is the fear center in the brain, which is called your amygdala, it's the fight, flight, or freeze, the little thing in the back of your brain, it is quiet, it is soothed. It's like, oh, okay, I'm not afraid, everything is great. And when you are in that state, growth and amazing goals happen, and they keep happening. All right, as long as you're not in doubt and fear. So it quiets that fear center of the brain, and you can grow at lightning speed. Isn't that exciting? So gratitude is the key. Number 5, when this message of I have what I want, I have it now, and I'm grateful for it, when that happens, your appreciation level and your language around it changes. Okay, you expect different things. You are seeing different things. It's all coming together. You're speaking differently. You're feeling differently. And different awesome things are happening. Again, you're getting more of what you want and less of what you don't want. When doubt is present, your growth will be much harder. But when you stay in gratitude, it will be much easier. Now, the reason why this is a 30-day challenge is because it's a challenge and it takes at least 21 days to create a new habit. Your brain has neural pathways and we can change the way our brain is wired. It's, again, a scientific fact. So the gratitude is the key. So this is so exciting, and here's the challenge. Well, one last sentence, I want you to know this, and I think this is really profound. In a sentence, gratitude feels like the end process. It feels done. That's how gratitude feels. So here's your challenge. It's the power of 3, and what you're going to need is 3 bracelets. I like to use these little thin plastic ones. You can get them at any little store. You could use 3 random bracelets that you have. I like lightweight ones because I can hide them in my clothes, and they are a reminder, a physical reminder. You start with all 3 on one wrist. You can see I have 2 here and 1 here. That's because I already did my power of 3 once already today. So what you're going to do is each morning, noon, and at night before you go to bed, you're going to do the power of 3. There's 3 things you're going to do 3 times a day. It only takes about 3 minutes. You can do it in the middle of a room with people standing there because no one knows what you're doing. It's all inside your little brain. And then at night, you're going to need a journal because you're going to write it down. It's the only difference. At night, you're writing down what we're doing instead of just speaking it in your mind. So the first thing you're going to do is you're just going to stop, be aware, and take 3 deep breaths. Many times just this one step will calm things down. In the holiday season, again, we're so stressed out and busy running. If we get in that state, if we can learn to stop and breathe and get back to a state of gratitude, things are going to shift in a really good way. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to stop and take 3 deep breaths. And on the in breath, you're going to say, God's light, love, abundance, and breathe in whatever you want. If you want more health, if you want more finances, whatever. But just act like you're sucking in sunshine and wonderful things. Okay, so breathe that in really deep. And then on the exhale, you want to say relax, release, allow, let go. Doesn't that feel good just doing that 3 times? Then what you're going to do, step 2 is in your mind's eye, you're going to picture all the things you are currently grateful for. And you could be really specific in the day. You could be really general, like the sun is shining and it's warm outside. It could be whatever you want, but just a quick rant in your mind's eye. Picture it in your mind's eye what you're grateful for. And then, like you say, I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for safe travels here today. I'm grateful for this yummy food. I'm grateful for all my teammates. I'm grateful for my sales and my customers. I'm grateful for the great production I had. Whatever it is, you're grateful for that. And then you're going to do a quick rant on your goal and the things you want to have happen. And you're going to be grateful for it. I'm so grateful for reaching my goal of, and then you put it in there. I'm grateful for my income of, and you put it in there, whatever it is you want. Okay? And you try to picture it in your mind's eye as clearly as you can and stay in that feeling of gratitude. This is what takes practice, because your mind, if it's a big goal and something that you feel like you're not quite on track for, sometimes it'll sabotage it. So you need to back it off a little bit, go back to getting into that feeling of knowing what you're grateful for, and then move forward again into the things that you want. After 30 days, things will be different. Okay? Just go with it. But you have to go with it for 30 days, and you also have to go into it with an open mind and an expectation of this is going to change things for the better for me. And it will, okay? So that's the second thing. And the third thing you do in the Power 3 is you just simply say thank you. Thank you. And you just imagine what it is you just said, you're grateful for, and then you just say thank you so much. And it's kind of a prayer. I say it as a prayer, okay? So that's the Power of 3. And again, you do it morning, midday, and then at night, you're just going to write down all the things that you're thankful for, like we talked about in step 2. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Share this with your family. I think it is just so incredibly powerful. Have the most wonderful holiday season. And if it's not the holidays, have a great 30-day challenge. I can't wait to hear how it goes for you. And remember, be less stressed and more grateful.